Hi friends, 2 videos in 2 days, who am I? But I wanted to show you something. So I got a new planner in the mail yesterday and it was gifted to me by Amy Roberts from See Amy Draw. And I'm now officially using 3 Aura Estelle Annie Plans planners. I'm using, this is what I got in the mail yesterday, is their Classic Weeks. It comes in 2 books. I'm using their A6 weekly for my social media planner. And I'm using my big old B6. I gotta tell you, the quality of their planners, their notebook planners, are just amazing. And I've shown this planner before. I really, really love this planner. Let me show you what I have that's new. So this is my weeks, right? I've shown this many times before. This is my kind of keep on schedule planner. I don't work outside the home. I have a home daycare. So this is more just my my daycare schedule, what I do throughout the day. And then I transfer that information into here as a memory planner. So I've talked a little bit about what's been going on in our family this year. We've had just a rough calendar year from January to January, really. And so my mental health has kind of struggled. We've just had a lot happen. And so what I've done, what I did last week was I did affirmations and gratitude over here. And what I decided from here was that I wanted to do a health and wellness planner. So in comes this. I want to gain a little bit of insight into my mental health. And I also want to keep track of gratitude, positive affirmations, quotes that make me feel good, and all of that. But I don't necessarily want that in here. I don't necessarily want that in here. This is for social media, so that doesn't make any sense. So what I decided to do was start a whole new planner. Why not? Why not have 5 planners? Because that's what I have. Anyway, I have time for it, right? So why not do it? So here's what this is for. So these great planners, they come in 2 books, and they're pretty thin. They're about the thickness, maybe a little bit thicker. They're about the same thickness as a Mega, I think. You can't quote me on that because I don't know how many pages there are in here. But, I mean, you can see the thickness. They both fit in here. So volume 1's December to June, and then volume 2 is July to December. This is a Moterm Weeks cover. They both fit in here beautifully. I can close it on the first. I won't be using a lot of stickers in this, I don't think. I mean, I always say that, and then I end up stickering things up. But this is how I decided to do my first week. So the way this, let me go to a blank week so you can see it. So the way this planner goes is your week is laid out from left to right. You have a this week box, and then you have Monday to Sunday. And then you have Oh my goodness, here comes the dogs and the baby. Oh, no, the daughter-in-law.
No, they have been like
Crazy wanting to go out.
wrestling.
So what I chose to do for this week, because I don't know what I'll do the following week, I'll see how this works for me, was I chose to write down what my intentions are for this planner. Like I said, it's a health and wellness planner. It's not necessarily about losing weight, because at 51 years old and being 140 pounds, I feel like I'm doing just fine. I do carry more weight than I ever used to, but I just don't even care about that anymore, honestly. I just want to be healthier, and I want to move my body more, and I want to be very aware of my mental health and what might trigger me. And I also just want to talk more about mental health on all of my social media. I think that it's something that's so very hush-hush, and we all know somebody who has struggled with mental health issues, or we ourselves do. And so I feel like it's important to talk more about it more openly. So what I've chosen to do is I want to start out very small, because I have a tendency to start out all gung-ho with things, and then I have a tendency to let things drop to the wayside. And with that, I mean as far as exercising and eating healthy and blah, 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 blah. I used to be a runner. I ran probably 4 or 5 days a week. I ran 5 half marathons in 4 months. And then I developed arthritis in my feet. And that really sidelined me, because the job that I had was a very physical job. I was a food and beverage manager of a very busy wedding venue. And so for 10 to 12 hours a day, 4 days, 5 days a week, depending on how busy we were, I was practically running for 12 hours a day. And I would get in 8 to 10 miles of walking, yes, but, quickly walking, running weddings and working with my staff and all of that. So I had to kind of choose between running or working. And at the time, I chose working. We all have bills to pay, right? So I stopped running and gained about 25 pounds. Because I was a very avid runner, and with running comes a tendency to eat very well, and I was great about my eating plan, and, well, great. As great as you can be working in the food industry, right? Sometimes there were days that I didn't eat for 8 or 10 hours. I guess what I mean by that is I wasn't an overeater like I have a tendency to be now. So eating well, interesting that I came to that conclusion in this video. I wasn't necessarily eating well. I had a tendency to only eat maybe a couple of meals a day, and then I was so busy all the time that I burned off all those calories. So the combination of lack of exercise and I guess I don't overeat now. What I do is I eat 3 meals a day. Interesting that I'm coming to this conclusion while I'm talking about this. But anyway, so lack of exercise and eating 3 meals a day, and being home now, because that's what I do now, is I'm home full time. I have a tendency to sit down a lot more. I'm just not as active as I used to be. So getting back to this. So what my intentions are is not to lose weight, but to move my body and keep track of my mental health. I have not been good to my body. That needs to change. So what I mean by that is I'm no longer moving my body. I'm really sitting down a lot. And I really love yoga, so I've decided that 3 days a week I'm going to really try hard to do yoga. So what I've done is I've highlighted Monday, Wednesday, Friday in the week view, and then I've gone into the daily views and I've highlighted that also, so that I'll remember on those days, because what I have a tendency to do is I leave my planners open on my desk, so when I turn my page for the next day, like on Sunday night, I'll leave this planner open to this so that when I wake up Monday morning, the first thing I do is I look at my planners, and then I can see, oh, today I want to do yoga, and I'm downstairs. I come downstairs to where my desk is about 30 minutes before any of my daycare kids get here. So I could do a quick flow of only 15 minutes, or I could get up a little bit early on Sunday night and realize, I could go to bed on Sunday night and think, oh, on Monday I need to move my body. So I could wake up 30 minutes earlier and do a 30-minute flow before I even come downstairs to start my day, which more than likely is what will happen. And if I can't get to it in the morning, I could always do it at nap time, or I could always do it at night before my husband and I go to bed. I'm very privileged in that I have a lot of time to myself, and I'm able to, my kids are grown, so I'm able to really just do whatever I want, whenever I want, essentially. So I could accomplish yoga at any point during the day. It's not that I don't have time for it, it's I choose to use my time differently. So that's what I've done here is I've just checked off 3 things that I really want to accomplish for the week, 3 very easy things to accomplish, so that I can check off boxes and I can feel success. So I want to make my bed every day. I don't know if that's something you all do, but I have a tendency to not make my bed every day, but it makes me feel really, really good when I do. So the first thing I want to do is make my bed every day. So I put a check box in every day for that. I want to move my body 3 times, so I need to make a box next to those. So actually, I'll just do that now. And then I also want to do some deep, honest journaling each day. And so that will be on these daily pages is where I will do that deep, honest journaling. And what I mean by deep, honest journaling is that I want to talk about my mental health, and I want to talk about the things that are really bothering me. Things you might not want to talk about out loud, things that might seem insignificant to other people, but are really important and are really kind of nagging in my brain about things I wish that I were better at, or things that I would really love to do but can't seem to get off my ass to do them, or whatever that deep, thoughtful journaling might be for me in that day. So that, maybe when I'm in June, I can look back and think, oh wow, I was really worried about starting this planner, and would I actually follow through with it? And then hopefully in June, I'll be able to look back at February 20th and go, wow, I committed to something really cool, and I was actually able to follow through with it. And when I look at March, I can see why I followed through with it. And then when I look at May, I can see why I may have fallen off the wagon a little bit. For me, that's the biggest reason why I enjoy journaling, is so that I can look at my progress, or I can look at where I've backslid, and I can say, well, that's why you backslid, was because you didn't follow through with this. And it's myself telling me. It's not my partner. It's not my best friend. It's not anybody else in my life besides me telling myself this by looking back into what I did or did not do. But anyways, I just wanted to talk about my new little planner and show this to you. And eventually, hopefully in the next couple of months, I'll be able to update you with how I've done it. And I will be using these a lot. These are censored Post-it notes that I got from Mama of More Plans. And I will tag her down below so you can get those for yourself if you want to, because my deep, thoughtful journaling, I will most definitely need to use some of these to cover some of it up. But anyways, thanks for watching my video, and I hope that it was helpful for you. And if you decide to make your own health and wellness planner, tag me so I can see it. I'd love to see everyone's different ideas. Or if you use one of these Aura Estelle Annie Plans Weeks planners, tag me in your in your YouTube so that I can check out your videos, because I really want to see different layouts in this planner. Thanks. Have a great Sunday.